What's up guys, it's Average Owl making average content for the average viewer, and today, finally, after what seems like an eternity, we can finally start talking about Battlefield 2042. Yesterday we had one of the best reveal trailers I personally have ever seen for any game ever, period. And I will not take that as anything less than fact, unless of course you have a different opinion, which I'm sure you'll feel the need to tell me in the comments down below. Nevertheless, we have found out so many great details about this game that has the whole internet super excited. Anything from robot dogs to wingsuits to tornadoes to tuk-tuks and little fucking penguins waddling around the place, for Christ's sake. This game is going to be absolutely massive. There is no doubt about it. I will get onto some more hype related videos because let me tell you from the offset, I am super excited for this game, and I know that we should all curb our enthusiasm before we see the gameplay, blah blah blah, but let's be real here, I'm fucking excited and I'm just going to tell you exactly how it is. However, there is one thing that we learnt about yesterday that has the community sort of split down the middle. One thing that is making some people worry about the direction in which Battlefield is headed, and that is of course the specialists. The specialists, a word that, for Call of Duty fans at least, often sends a chill down our spine. The thing that reminds us of all the cheese and all the shit deaths that we had in games like Black Ops 4, and rightly so, people are worried about their effect within Battlefield 2042. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, the specialists in this game are going to work in a way that we have not seen in the Battlefield franchise before. Now, classically, in Battlefield, you can choose one of 4 roles, and these do vary slightly from game to game. But in Battlefield 5, for example, you could choose between Assault, which was your main sort of like carbines and rifles, and their primary focus was to hunt tanks and destroy enemy armor. Then you had the Medic, which is pretty self-explanatory, and they usually had SMGs as their primary weapon. Then you had Support, and their job is to drop ammo, call in mortars, and have a big heavy LMG or MMG, and they like to lie on the floor and be a little dickhead hiding prone in a bush. Ugh, hate those guys. And then finally, we had the Recon class, which is obviously your standard sniper class. Now, in Battlefield 2042, they have done away with this classic and time-tested tradition of the 4-role system. And instead, in its place, we have specialists, very similar to what we might have seen in games like Black Ops 4, but with a few key differences, which I will go over later in the video. Now, DICE, on their website, they say this: specialists, choose your role on the battlefield and form custom-made squads through the new specialist system. Based on Battlefield's 4 classes, specialists have one unique speciality and trait, but the rest of your loadout is fully customizable. Choosing and equipping your specialist allows you to build synergies within your squad and empower yourself to take on any battle situation. Now, what this means is that we no longer have a dedicated medic. We no longer have a dedicated role for recon. Instead, any one of these specialists that you pick and you choose can use any weapon across the board. The only thing that makes them different is they have very specific traits and one specific gadget per operator, or per specialist should I say. For example, we have Webster McKay, an ex-military lone wolf survivalist. McKay is an ass kicker with a conscience. The Canadian-born assault soldier fights for the non-patrioted to make right a regret from his military days. He has a passive ability called Nimble, which allows the player to move more quickly while aiming down sights, further enhancing their speed-related advantages. And they also have a grappling hook, which is pretty self-explanatory. It fires a rope that attaches to surfaces and then you pull yourself off. Now, pull yourself up. I mean, pull yourself up. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say that you pull yourself off. That's disgusting. Moving on. This is where I think a lot of people are a little bit worried and a little bit skeptical about these specialists. When you have things like a grappling hook, or another one has a wingsuit, or potentially even that cute little robot dog running around shooting people down like a motherfucker, we already know that there's another specialist who drops down a sentry gun that performs better when he's nearby. Now, all of these things together could make for quite an unbalanced playing field when it comes to how the game actually plays in a genuine match. This is a worry that a lot of people had in games, again, like Black Ops 4. But let me tell you this, the difference there is that that was already structured as a competitive 6v6 shooter. Now, I know that a lot of people will argue the fact that Call of Duty has never and will never be a competitive game, and I would tend to agree with you, but Black Ops 4 in particular almost seemed like it was going down the direction of a Overwatch or like a MOBA game. So the specialists that they added in Black Ops 4 were there to create that sort of synergy and that sort of team tactic based gameplay, whereas because it was Call of Duty, all they did was give everyone some really cheesy shit way to get easy kills or easy kill streaks, and it ruined the game and made it pretty unfun to play. Now, do I think that that's going to be the case with Battlefield 2042? Well, obviously we don't know yet, and until Sunday where we see the trailer for gameplay, I'm not sure we're going to have any idea, and even then it might be one of those things where we have to actually play it to experience it. But what I will say is that Battlefield has always been a game that is on such a vast scale that I don't think that this is going to matter as much as people are actually talking about, because the thing is, you're already running around as a foot soldier and then you run around the corner and you come against the tank that you have no way of defeating and it blows you up. You're already camping on a rooftop sniping people and then a helicopter pops up and blasts you and your mates away. There are already things within Battlefield that would normally mean a less balanced, less fair gameplay, but that is not why we play Battlefield at all. Battlefield is not there for the hardcore, competitive, really fair, one-on-one gunfights. Battlefield is there for the fun, for the experience, and for those moments that you can get in Battlefield that you cannot experience anywhere else. And for that reason, I really don't think that there's much to be worried about with specialists, provided that they do balance it to a certain degree, and provided that it doesn't become too much of a hero shooter, because that isn't what Battlefield is. You're meant to feel like you are one of the generic soldiers on the battlefield, and that you're there to fight for whatever side you're fighting for, and not to be some maverick lone wolf, because again, that would really detract from the squad play and the team play that makes Battlefield what it is today. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on the issue, and as things progress and as we find out more, I'm going to be making loads more videos in the lead up for Battlefield 2042, so if you haven't already, it would be wicked if you guys would subscribe. Now, for those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end, so if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Do you think that specialists are going to be good for the Battlefield franchise, or do you think that it could be a wrong turn? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.